One of the things I like about cooking keto is that most of these recipes are super simple. The recipe I'm going to be hooking up today is going to be a garlic butter salmon recipe. I'm going to have all my ingredients and amounts in the description below, but here's what you're going to need. We're going to need some butter. I'm rolling with some red pepper that's been diced, some jalapenos. Typically you would be using green pepper, so if you don't like jalapenos, obviously just go with some diced jalapenos, some fresh oregano, sliced garlic. And that's, listen, we did not skimp on the garlic in this. We have some sun-dried tomatoes. We have basil, onion that's been chopped up. Now the salmon, I have the salmon seasoned with Old Bay seasoning on one side. We're going to cook that side, flip it over, and then season the other side. We're going to hit it with a little bit of wine, and this is Chardonnay. And you might be saying, listen, Lyle, Chardonnay, that's not keto. We're going to cook the alcohol out of this, and we have some heavy cream. First thing I need to do, first step in this, we need to get the salmon cooked on both sides, so let's get started. I have a skillet with about 3 tablespoons of butter in there. It's pretty hot. I have my salmon that I have seasoned on the top, but not the bottom. What we're going to do now is throw our salmon in, season side down, and we're going to season the other side as soon as we get all these in. Alright, so there's our salmon. Going to hit it on the other side with the rest of the seasoning. And we're going to cook this for about 2 minutes, and then we're going to flip it. So that's had a chance to cook for about 2 minutes. Let's flip them over. We're going to let these go for about 2 more minutes on this side. So this has had a chance to cook for about 2 minutes per side. I'm going to set them off on a plate on the side. And it looks like we have enough liquid between the cooked salmon and the butter to where we're probably not going to need to add any more butter to this mix. So now we're going to add our vegetables. We have our red peppers, our jalapenos or green peppers, whatever you would like, onion, sun-dried tomatoes, oregano, and our garlic, plenty of garlic. And I'm going to cook this down until everything becomes softened. So we've cooked these vegetables down for a couple minutes. Now what we're going to do is add a little bit of this Chardonnay to it. And I'm going to let this cook for about another 4 to 5 minutes to ensure that all the alcohol is cooked out of it. Alright guys, so we have cooked that alcohol out of this. Now we're going to add our heavy cream to it. And our basil. Now one of the ingredients I forgot to mention earlier is we are going to be hitting this up with a little bit of Parmesan cheese down the road as soon as this basil wilts into this. So our basil is wilted into this cream sauce. I'm going to add our Parmesan cheese to it. And I'm not going to season it with any salt yet until I know what the flavor profile is with just this Parmesan cheese. I'm going to let this cook for about another minute. Then we'll taste for flavor. Then we're going to add our salmon back in. Alright guys, so I did taste this sauce. I added a little bit of salt to it, but that's really all it needed. Now we're going to add our salmon back into it. And this salmon is cooked about 3/4 of the way through. And I'm just going to let that sit on here for, as a matter of fact, just grabbing it with my hands is probably going to be the easiest way. I'm going to let this sit for about another 4 or 5 minutes. Finish cooking, and this should be a wrap. Alright, so this is a wrap. Time to get in and see what I think about it. One thing I will tell you is the sauce that I made about double what I needed. So in the description below with my recipe is going to be an adjusted recipe for 4 salmon fillets that are probably about 1.25 inches thick. Let's get in, see what's up. This right here is all that. I was thinking about calling this like a garlic butter salmon or something like that, but I think the flavors that are coming through are more kind of a garlic Parmesan, so I think that's what I'm going to call this. One thing I do know, no matter what you call it, just call it delicious, because this is all that. I'd like to thank you guys for stopping by No Hippie Barbecue. I appreciate it. Comment, subscribe, and I'm out.